Hey, I promised a book diorama. We're going to start doing that right away, but I want to show you what we're going to be working with. I picked up the book. This is what the diorama is going to come out of. And leather bound, which is what I wanted. Leather bound, so it looks old. It is old. It was so beat up and the binding had fallen apart. I mixed up some 5-minute epoxy, glued it all back together, and it worked like a charm. It's perfect for what we're going to do here. I now have to cut out the pages, a lot of the pages. That's because that's where we're going to put our figures. We're going to build our diorama out of. But I want to show you what our diorama is going to be of. And right off the bat, we have Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Right now he has no hands. I have to glue those on. He'll have a sword in one hand and his staff in the other. And his enemy here is going to be the Balrog. Everybody remembers that from the book and from the movie of him, Gandalf fighting the Balrog, keeping him away, and they both wind up falling into the abyss. And that's basically what our diorama is going to be about. Now these are 3D printed images, figures, and you can see the detail on there. It's quite astounding what you can do with 3D printing today. And these were done by other people. I don't have a 3D printer. A little expensive to get into. But you can get these figures pretty inexpensively. Down in the description below, I'm going to leave the details of the people I got these from. It was actually on the Etsy site. And they get a lot of people who do these things on there, and you can find just about anything you want to put into your dioramas. I wanted to do a Lord of the Rings diorama coming out of the book, and there was a lot of things to choose from there. I mean, here's the lower part of the Balrog. There's the upper part. He's got large, tattered wings. Here's this big, scaly tail. He comes with this pretty cool platform. I don't know if we'll use it in this build. That might be a little big, a little wide for what we want. Can always cut it down. And the same with Gandalf. Look at the base that came with him. Got little skeletons on there, a little helmet from a past battle. And right in the front, probably won't be able to see it. It's so tiny, but it says Lord of the Rings right on there. Yeah, it's too small for you guys to see. I'll do a close-up and I'll put that on there. It just shows the detail you get with these 3D printing processes, and I love it. Now the Balrog, he's got flames coming out of everything. He's got it coming out of his mouth, out of his eyes. He's on fire himself. He's got fire under him, around him. But one thing he did have, which was prominent in the movie, was a like fire whip. And we're going to use these LED filaments for that. We'll represent that fiery whip, which was all wrapped around and whipping around. And these are 3-volt. I'll show you what they look like. Got to find the end with the hole in it. That's the positive side. There it is there. And we'll light that puppy up. I didn't show that great on the camera, but believe me, it's bright. It looks great. It'll represent fire. I bought 3 of them. We can use them in other places to represent the fire coming out of the ground and everything else. I wish that showed up better on camera, but is what it is. So that's what our next build's going to be. You guys probably noticed I put out a lot of shorts lately, and I'm going to continue to do that because it helps people out there see what I'm doing here, get more viewers to come in and look, and then there's nothing wrong with that. Do come here to see what I'm doing. You can ignore those if you like. They're just out there to show other people what I'm doing here, and have them come take a look because I think this is pretty cool. This is going to be great. Another thing I got to do with the book is make a stand for it. I was thinking of getting some sort of natural piece of wood and cutting an area for the book to fit into, because the book has to be open, sitting on a table, so that it sits on a table, sits on a shelf, self-contained, and lights up and looks great. All right, I'll see you in the next one.